guys, so we are gonna be looking at gold for the last time this week and this month. Okay, so you see that I do have an analysis which was already made, which I can just use this to explain, but I feel like it's only better if I delete everything and then we go through this again, and then I will explain everything differently, and then we are gonna have more room of adjustment if I do that, because if I just explain like this, we are not gonna have much room for adjustment, which is still gonna leave you a bit confused. Okay, so follow me step by step. I'm gonna delete everything here and make sure that you don't skip. So here we are, guys. So what we're gonna do first, like I said, we need to understand what happened monthly. Okay, so what we are seeing on the monthly time frame here, guys, it's a little bit tricky to go with, because I was hoping, or I was aiming for this month to close below the previous month's low. So if we are failing to sweep the previous month's low, we are still not on the clear yet. Okay, that's one of the things that you need to be aware of, or what I can tell you about trading so far. Okay, let's see. We have to make sure that the lines are straight. Okay, because whatever you're doing on a monthly time frame, if it's not straight, when you go and look at the other time frames, there is gonna be different. Okay, now we clone the same thing and then we bring it above on the monthly high. So far we know that the last selling months did form some kind of a range. Okay, this last selling month here get us a range. It formed a range for us. Okay, so for us to know where we are heading, we are supposed to break either the high or the low of the month. Okay, so this is the previous month's high, and then the previous month's low. Okay, so we either need to break above or below. So we did neither of that. But now let's look at what our Fibonacci retracement is telling us. From this is the last previous high, but the range or the impulsive move to go up like that, we started here. Okay, this was our previous all-time high around 3,500, in which a lot of people might have the belief that yes, we have to come and hit that level before we go up. Now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do like this. Okay, so I'm not surprised if gold is reacting where it is now. That's the 71% of our Fibonacci retracement. So it's not surprising that we might get a 10 here and then we start buying. Okay, it's still possible. That's still possible. Okay, it's still possible for us to see something like that happening. Now let's go on a weekly time frame, where we are gonna see a lot of shifts and changes on that. Okay, so remember what I said, this was our previous ATH, or our previous all-time high, if we have to put it that way, and this is the only area that I can tell you that I've been eyeing. Okay, this is an area that I've been eyeing. Okay, this is our previous all-time high. The time frame is not showing up here. Let's see on the visibility. Weekly. Okay, this is the Fibonacci, and what I want is this. Let's see. Okay, no wonder. Because we need those lines showing. Okay, we do need the visibility. Now let's go back to our weekly time frame. Okay, so with this on, guys, this is what we are exactly looking forward into now. So this was our previous all-time high, in which we believe that gold was supposed to be selling to come and make a retest there. We did have a nice imbalance there, which was supposed to be filled also. But looking at it now and how we are reacting, if we could have opened this week and then we show sign of bearish momentum, then yeah, I was gonna buy it. But gold looks to be like shifting that momentum of going bearish. Okay, a lot of people I know, they want to still go bearish on this, but I do have few things that I might say which might get you convinced that we might not get to see that, although which is what we are hoping for. This week we might not get to see that. We might just see gold continuously move to the upside. Okay, and then we have this major resistant or downtrending resistant, which is this one here. This is still holding a lot of power when we are looking at this consolidation that we have been stuck in terms of, if we have to talk about gold in general, gold has been stuck on a consolidation. Okay, yes, the bias is still bullish, but this selling consolidation that we've been stuck on, it is playing its role, and in a good way. So we have the support of that here, okay, and then we have the resistance of that here. So looking into this, you can pretty much be convinced now about what I'm talking about when I say gold is just stuck on this range, but it's still pretty much bullish. Okay, and then this area was a no rise. It was an area that we know that gold might have the possibility to come in, tap on before we see anything or a shift to the upside. We were looking for something like this on it. It's just that the way that gold has been moving now, it's not easy to tell, or just to jump the gun and say, yeah, we are gonna retrace and start buying where we are. Although there are good reasons why we can still go for a buy where we are, but the question is, can we take out this previous month's high here? Because you know, after this week we're gonna have a new month, which means that that new month is gonna be focused on the previous month's range, and then once we break out of that previous month's range is when we can start targeting this month of June again. Okay, the month of July, it didn't have that much of performance on it. It was stuck on a range. Okay, it's just been ranging, if we have to calculate it or be honest about it. Okay, this is the month of July here, and for me it was pretty much ranging. Okay, it was pretty much ranging. I think from here. Okay, this is the month of July. We opened, small push up, go down, push up. That's what we are seeing. Okay, that's what we are seeing, and that's what we are seeing for now. So we might find out that this month of July still want to take out this high here. If we are gonna close above here, then yeah, we are gonna have something to talk about, considering longing gold again, because that will be the market structure shift, just to be able to break above this area here on a monthly time frame or weekly time frame like this, and then that will signal the market structure shift there. Okay, that will just signal a market structure shift, which is gonna leave it way more possible for gold to start continuing up. Okay, and also I'm still a bit skeptical with the gaps that we've been getting on gold now. You can't just keep tap of them. They change every week, and then the way that they're changing, you can see that there's a bit of confusion on the market, and then we're gonna see a lot of shifts. Okay, we're gonna talk more about that when we go and look at our COT data on the next video. I'm gonna make a separate video where I'm just gonna be explaining the COT data and why we are seeing what is happening now. Okay, so let's continue on the daily time frame. But on the weekly, we can see that we have a lot of things that we can look into, which can give us a lot regarding the fact that gold might still go up, gold might still go down where it is. Okay, so we do have an internal resistance. Okay, this resistance for me, from here moving down, you can see where I'm getting into this. Okay, you can see where I'm getting into this. So for me, I believe that we have this internal resistance here. I believe that we have this internal resistance here. And then this is one of the reasons why we have to be skeptical about gold just buying. This is where gold will be held, okay? This is the internal resistance. This is where gold is being held now to make that final push to this low that we are targeting, which is gonna be around 3,500 or a bit lower. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So going down to our 4 hours time frame, remember the previous month's high, and then this is the previous month's low below here. Those are the target, the main target that we are looking for. We wanted to take out the low or the high, but I think it's gonna be possible to take out the low, but it won't be that easy. So if you look at our 4 hours moving average, average there, 200 moving average, once again it came to play. Okay, I said it with this movement here, a lot of people were looking for buys here. I said no, the 4 hour moving average, 200 moving average, if it comes to play here, then the market is going to be sent down again. Okay, the market was sent down, but it wasn't good enough because we just had this market structure shift here, which ended up just giving us this liquidity zone here and push up again. Okay, so now where we are, I wasn't surprised about this drop. After looking closely, I was able to see that we did have like multiple confluences, and also looking at the fact that here is where we had the 4 hours FVG, okay, or the 4 hours imbalance. Okay, we had this 4 hours FVG, so that was one of the things that I was on the lookout for. Once I saw that FVG, I just knew that okay, the 200 moving average is the first confluence, the 400 the 4 hours FVG is the second confluence, and then if you look, this was the last push that we made here before we go down. So if we take this line here and put it there, then you are also gonna agree with me that we did have a bearish market structure shift right around there. Okay, so what does that tells you when you look into that? Okay, what does that tell you when you look into that? And then let's adjust this, and then we're gonna make the coordinates so that the lines are straight. Okay, so now just by looking at this, you can tell that all the things that I'm trying to bring in, they are obvious, or it's something that you can look into if you wanted to get a good trade out of this. This was the things that you were looking forward into. Okay, so this afternoon I did tell my people to look for sales on gold, which I believe that they managed to do take, and then this was the OB that we were buying from. Okay, so this was the order block, and then the first bearish candlestick there, that was the breaker block. So I knew that we were gonna go and have a retest there before we go down, so which is something that we are seeing now. Okay, so we haven't filled the gap yet until if we can get at least around 4050 or 4050. So I'm still gonna be on a lookout for this price here. Okay, I'm still gonna be on the lookout for this price here. And why am I on the lookout for that price? You can see that this is where also 1 hour moving average is trading below. Okay, which is that the moment we come here, this is where we can have another bounce if we are bouncing and continue up, but I doubt that we're gonna see something like that. Okay, I honestly doubt we're gonna see something like that. But back on this area, this was my liquidity zone here, so I'm still gonna be on a watch out for a sweep of this area here. I'm gonna be on a watch out for a sweep of this area. That's another possibility that we have. Okay, it's my liquidity zone or liquidity pool. Okay, so I'm gonna be on a watch out for this area here. Okay, here's the gap fill, and then plus the 200 moving average of this hour. hourly time frame. So I'm gonna be on your watch out for that. So one thing that you guys also didn't look for, like up here we had like multiple confluences to tell us that this market is gonna go down. Beside that, we were trading near this downtrending resistance here. We also had a support which was turned into a resistance. Okay, if we look from below here, going up like that, you can see that we have this support. Okay, so for me it's a support turning into a resistance, which makes it an SRR. Okay, because this was once a support. Once you trade below it and come and retest, you know that it turns into a resistance. Okay, and also apply my X setup formation there, looking into this with a deeper eye. So you can see that this was just bound to happen, or the market, even though we opened with a gap above, for me, generally I believe that we are still bearish, and then we are still gonna be targeting these lows below here. Okay, so we can buy around maybe 4,000 after sweeping 4,000. Maybe if we can just come below here, we can try to buy back up, but I doubt that the buy is gonna give us more push. Okay, what I see on this is most likely gonna be like a sweep below this, and then a buy that we can consider is just to come back around here, and then that retest will still be sending us bullish, guys. Forgive me if I might have led you wrong, but I don't think gold will go bullish. I haven't seen myself looking for any bullish continuation on it. Yeah, I do catch some bullish trades. I do look for some bullish trades on it, but so far this is what I'm looking into whenever I'm looking into gold, and I still don't see any sign of a bullish continuation or any momentum that can tell me that gold will go bullish. Okay, I did try to look at the DXY, and funny enough, when I was looking at it, the DXY is still pretty much bullish. Okay, so on our last video, if you're able to watch my last video, I did explain the DXY was still here. I said it's gonna play a bit around here and then it's gonna buy, and this is what we saw happening on the DXY. So same thing happened here. They opened below here just to cover this area, because this is what we broke lastly. This was the break of structure, so we made that dip to come and retest here. Now we're gonna have another break of structure. DXY is targeting this high here. Okay, so gold is still gonna be bearish for this week. Gold is still bearish for this week. Okay, gold is pretty much bearish for me this week. And then if we go and look at the US 10Y, which is the yields or the bonds, the 10 years bonds, if you look at this, I did talk about them when they were still here. I said they're gonna play around here, break and then retest and then continue up. They were trying to reach this high, and this is what you end up seeing happening. Okay, so with DXY and the yields putting more pressure on gold, just know that gold is not gonna go down now. Okay, so looking at the yields, and then we can have this support from here going all the way up there. You can see that this thing is definitely uptrending. It's not looking for any down movement as for of yet. It can just come down and fill this gap area here, or just sweep this liquidity below here, which is just gonna leave us with a slight retest of this area here, you see, and then we'll still continue up. So I don't see anything about them going down. So this is what I can give you now. This is what I'm gonna be looking into when we are looking into gold. Gold is still pretty much bearish, because the DXY going up and the yields going up, they add more pressure on gold, which means that gold won't have enough momentum or enough strength to push up. So we are still bearish on it. So let's continue looking for sales on it. Okay, so I hope this will help, and then I hope you didn't jump any step. So I'm gonna drop another video on Nasdaq. This was just the gold video. This is what we start with every week, so be on the lookout for those things, and just know that the moment we finally break below or fill below this gap, and then the market hold below, just know that we are gonna continue down, and then we're gonna take out the liquidity zone, which is gonna be below let's say 4,020, and then below 4,020 we might reverse a little bit and then come and retest this area here, and then you're gonna see a lot of momentum there. I just hope that is gonna happen around Wednesday during the interest rate. We are gonna be looking forward into that. Let's hope that it's gonna be a good move or a good watch. So guys, I will see you on another video, guys. I will see you on another video. I hope this was helpful and eye-opening.